Evening, good people. Welcome back to Talk Radio, Motivational Monday. I'm a little late. It's 11:07, but things going on, and I had to do some stuff, and then my headphones were messing up on me, and it was crazy. But anyway, I'm your host, Jonathan Riley, coming to you live from the heart of Lakewood, Washington, where the coffee is strong, the neighbors are stronger, and the week is just getting started. It's Monday, July 14th, 2025. And believe it or not, we're officially 53.42% of the way through the year. That's right, 195 days down and 170 still ahead. Let's break that down. That's 4,680 hours lived, 280,800 minutes navigated, and just over 16.8 million seconds of 2025 already behind us. But here's what really matters. We're not just counting time, we're choosing to make it count. Maybe today was a win. You got that call back. You made that deadline. You smiled when you didn't feel like it. Or maybe it was messy. You hit snooze too many times. You argued with someone you love. You felt a little too tired, too invisible, too not enough. But either way, you're here, tuning in, breathing in, showing up, still standing. And in a world that can knock the wind out of us faster than we'd like to admit, that matters. So take this moment right now, wherever you are, in your car, on your couch, out for a walk, or hiding in the bathroom for 5 minutes apiece. Let's breathe together, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let go of what doesn't serve you. Shake off that voice that says you're behind, broken, or not doing enough. And grab on to whatever is still good. Your grit, your grace, your quiet persistence, your laugh, even if it's a little crooked tonight. Because this show, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about purpose. It's about remembering that Mondays don't have to feel like mountains. They can be mile markers. Tonight, we are pouring a warm cup of community. We're stirring in a spoonful of perspective. And we're sprinkling in a healthy dose of motivation. And maybe even a few laughs along the way, who knows. Because around here, we don't just start the week. We set the tone for it. So, with that being said, let's get into this.
song is rated TVMA and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
All right, welcome back to Talk Radio. Motivational Monday here in beautiful Lakewood, Washington. It's time for Lakewood Helpers, where we celebrate the incredible people and organizations making our community stronger through kindness and service. Today, we will highlight a true local treasure, the Lakewood Food Bank, operated by Nourish Pierce County. This amazing organization has been a lifeline for hundreds of families facing food insecurity right here in our city. Did you know that last year alone, the Lakewood Food Bank served thousands of neighbors, offering not just food, but hope and connection, from fresh fruits and vegetables to pantry staples and hygiene supplies. They provide essentials with compassion and dignity. Volunteers like Mary, who has been helping there for 5 years or more, they say they get joy from seeing families leave with full bags and full hearts. She says, it's about more than food. It's about showing people they're cared for and that they belong. The Lakewood Food Bank isn't just about distributing food. They recently launched a new program called Fresh Fridays, delivering boxes of fresh produce to over 150 families every week. It's part of their ongoing effort to promote health and wellness in our community. If you're looking for a way to give back, the Lakewood Food Bank is always welcoming volunteers to help sort donations, pack boxes, and assist during distribution days. Donations are non-perishable foods, and funds are also vital to keep their shelves stocked. To learn more or get involved, you can head over to lakewoodfoodbank.org or visit their center near Lakewood Town Center on 134th Street Southwest. I encourage you to consider lending a hand or sharing this resource with someone who might need it. It's neighbors helping neighbors, the heart of Lakewood. If you know of other local heroes or acts of kindness happening in our city, please reach out. You can email me directly at talkradiomotivation@gmail.com or message us on social media using @TalkRadioLakewood. Remember, every small act of kindness helps build a stronger, brighter community. Together, we can make Lakewood a place where everyone thrives. Now, this week, Nonprofit Spotlight. We're going to shine on LASA, the Living Access Support Alliance, a truly impactful nonprofit based right here in Lakewood and Pierce County. LASA's mission is to help individuals and families who are either at risk of homelessness or currently experiencing housing instability. They provide comprehensive case management, rental and utility assistance, and transitional housing programs designed to support people on their path to long-term stability. What makes LASA stand out is their holistic approach. They don't just offer shelter or emergency assistance, but work closely with each person to rebuild their lives, connecting them with resources like employment services, counseling, and life skills training. Right now, LASA is running their annual back-to-school supply drive to ensure kids in need start the school year with tools for success. They are collecting backpacks, notebooks, pencils, calculators, and more. Anything that helps students feel prepared and confident. You can drop off donations at their office or designated community partners. If you're interested in helping, whether by donating supplies or volunteering your time, check out their website at lasapierce.org for all the details. And I'm excited to share that in the next couple weeks, I'll be sitting down with representatives from LASA to talk about a new partnership. We'll discuss ways talk radio can help amplify their message and support their vital work here in Lakewood. So stay tuned for that. And meanwhile, let's all do what we can do to support LASA's mission and help our neighbors find safe, stable homes. Now, for a little partnership update, caring for kids. Here at Talk Radio, we believe in building something together, or building something better together. And no one embodies that more than our incredible partners at Caring for Kids. This Thursday morning coming up, I'll be heading over to visit Diana Formosa and her amazing team. We are sitting down to talk about their biggest event of the summer, the Ready to Learn Fair, a back-to-school community lifeline that provides thousands of local students with the essentials they need to start the year strong, from backpacks and school supplies to new shoes, clothing, and resources. It's one of those rare events that's both massive in scale and deeply personal in impact. I'll be talking to volunteers, hearing stories from the ground up, and learning more about what goes into making this kind of magic happen year after year. This is my first time being a part of something with Caring for Kids. We're just a new partnership here, so I want to learn what it takes for them to make this magic happen year after year and just keep giving to the Lakewood community. But here's where you can come in. I'm going to be launching a little fundraiser campaign to help support Caring for Kids and their work with the Ready to Learn Fair. And the link will be in the description. It's not in my description right now. I'll have to add it. But the link will be there. And I will also be posting on social media a little post about it. But every dollar makes a difference. Whether you can give $5 or $50, it helps a child in Lakewood walk into school with confidence, dignity, and hope. We're also going to be starting the conversation about future collaborations like on-site storytelling, student shout-outs, potential co-hosted donation drives. This is just the beginning of something bigger. I'm just new with this partner stuff and looking forward to talking to them and coming up with ideas for the future of how we can work together to amplify their message and my reach to the Lakewood community. So stay tuned. Next week's episode will feature clips from my interviews, first-hand audio from the field, and most importantly, ways you can join us in giving back. Because when one partner rises, the whole city gets stronger. Get involved. Looking to give back or just meet more neighbors this summer? Here's how you can get involved right here in Lakewood. The Lakewood Farmers Market needs volunteer helpers every Tuesday from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Fort Silicon Park, running through late August. You can help with booth setup, staffing, or break down and enjoy a lively market atmosphere while you're at it. If you're more of a weekend warrior, Caring for Kids is seeking volunteers to sort and pack clothing donations for their summer clothing drive. Just reach out to Diana Formosa to find out how to help. The City of Lakewood is still recruiting for several advisory boards, including the Public Safety Advisory Committee and the Equity and Inclusion Advisory Board. This is a great way to share your voice and help shape our community. Plus, coming up soon, the annual Summerfest on July 19th needs volunteers for event setup, activities, and cleanup. Even a couple hours can make a huge difference. If you enjoy getting outdoors, keep an eye out for the upcoming Parks Appreciation Day a chance to help beautify local parks by planting flowers and pulling weeds. Want to make a direct impact on keeping our streets clean? The Adopt a Street program invites you or your group to adopt a street and organize occasional litter cleanups. Nature lovers can also volunteer with Flat Creek stewardship events to help protect and care for this important local waterway. Finally, if you have a passion for sports, the city's Parks and Recreation Department welcomes volunteer youth sports coaches. 1 hour of your time can plant a seed in someone else's story. So why not step up and make the summer count? To learn more or sign up, visit the City of Lakewood volunteer page. Now, know your neighbor. You gotta know your neighbor sometimes. If you or someone you love is facing tough times, whether it's mental health challenges, trouble putting food on the table, or worrying about keeping your home, there's a dedicated resource right here in Lakewood designed to help. It's called Lakewood Cares. Cares, which means Community Assistance, Referral, and Education Services. Lakewood Cares has been quietly working since 1999 to connect people with the right services and programs. The goal, to make sure no one falls through the cracks and everyone knows where to turn when life gets hard. Why do I have that logo up there? I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. Anyways, their team helps with a broad range of needs: mental health counseling and crisis intervention, food assistance programs like food banks and meal delivery, housing stability, including eviction prevention and rental assistance, support for seniors and caregivers, utility bill help to keep the lights and heat on, and even referrals for job training and child care. You don't have to navigate this complicated system alone. This one call to Lakewood Cares connects you with trained, caring specialists who listen and help guide you through your options, often at no cost. If you're feeling overwhelmed or stuck, reaching out to Lakewood Cares can be the first step toward relief, and from relief, a path to rebuilding and growth. You can find more information or get in touch online at cityoflakewood.us/cares or call their hotline at 253-830-0190. Remember, asking for help is a sign of strength, and here in Lakewood, you're never truly alone. Now we move on to Lakewood Legends, and we're going to do the legacy of Chief Leshai. Chief Leshai. Hello. Thank you for watching. Sound of gentle waves lapping against the shore. Distant bird calls. Welcome to Lakewood Legends, where the past intertwines with the present, and the echoes of history resonate through time. Today we delve into the story of Chief Leshai, a leader whose legacy continues to shape the identity of Lakewood, Washington. Born around 1808 near present-day Eatonville, Washington, Chief Leshai was a prominent leader of the Nisqually tribe. His leadership was marked by a deep commitment to his people and their way of life. As tensions escalated between Native American tribes and settlers, Leshai found himself at the forefront of resistance, advocating for his people's rights and sovereignty. Sovereignty. In 1858, during the tumultuous period of the Yakima Wars, Chief Leshai was tried and convicted for the death of a settler during a skirmish. Despite arguments that he was acting within the context of wartime, he was sentenced to death and executed by hanging near Lake Steilacoom, in what is now Lake. His execution remains a controversial chapter in Washington's history. Over a century later, Chief Letchai's legacy was revisited. In 2004, a historical court of inquiry convened, leading to an informal exoneration of Chief Letchai, acknowledging the injustices he faced. Today, his name lives on in various places, including neighborhoods, schools, and streets across the region, serving as a reminder of his enduring impact. As we walk through Lakewood, let's remember Chief Letchai not just as a figure of the past, but as a symbol of resilience, leadership, and the enduring spirit of the Nisqually people. His story is not just a chapter in history. It's a living legacy that continues to inspire and guide us. Now on to the main feature here. Fuel or fire, turning criticism into confidence. All right, deep breath. Let's go there. Let's talk about something we all face. Whether you're chasing dreams, trying something new, or just trying to show up every day with a little more confidence than the day before. Let's talk about criticism. That little voice, or maybe that loud one, that cold email, that disappointing conversation, that backhanded compliment, that online comment that makes you rethink your whole day. It can either be fuel or fire. It can propel us forward or burn us down completely. So how do you know the difference? How do you face rejection, judgment, or flat out negativity without losing your momentum? Let me tell you how I learned. Well, not really learned, but because I've been on both sides. I've had good feedback that helped me grow, and I've had cruel feedback that nearly made me quit. One of my earliest podcast episodes, I spent hours planning it, editing and doing all these things, and I was proud. Then I posted it and waited and waited. 3 plays. 3. And one of them was me testing the audio. The next day, someone I know, someone who I thought supported me said, maybe this just isn't your thing. That one hit. I didn't say anything back. I smiled and nodded, but inside I felt crushed. I started questioning everything. Was this a waste of time? Was I embarrassing myself? But after the sting wore off, I realized something. That comment, it didn't come from love, it came from discomfort. Maybe with my ambition, maybe with their own inaction. Some people criticize you not because you're doing it wrong, but because you're doing it at all. And your momentum, it reminds them of their stillness. You showing up, it makes them feel exposed. So they try to put your flame out before it lights up the room. So we go into, so what do you do with criticism? How do you stay grounded when the world starts shaking the tree? Here's my go-to framework. I don't get it right every time, but this keeps me from spiraling. 1, pause. Don't react. This is the most important step. Just pause. Whether it's a rude comment or a disappointing review, let it sit. Don't respond yet. Don't overthink. Let your emotions cool down. Clarity doesn't live in chaos. 2, check the source. Ask, who is this coming from? Is this someone who's invested in your growth? Someone who's walked a similar path? Or is this someone who's never built a thing in their life? Not every voice deserves your ear. 3, extract the useful. Here's the hard truth. Even criticism dipped in vinegar might contain a little vitamin. Don't ask me how I came up with that, but dig through the mess. Pull out what you can learn. Maybe your delivery was off. Maybe your message needs tweaking. Don't throw the whole thing out. Keep the lesson, but lose the poison. 4, set boundaries. Listen, Not everyone deserves backstage access to your journey. If someone is always negative, always sarcastic, always tearing instead of building, set that boundary. Mute, mute them, block them, distance yourself. You don't owe everyone access to your spirit. Number 5, affirm the mission. Come back to your why. Why did you start? Your mission has to be louder than the noise. Write it down, say it out loud, tattoo it on your forehead. Well, don't do that part, but anyway, because if you forget your why, even small criticism can feel like a wrecking ball. Let's break this down even more. What if criticism isn't a wall, but a mirror? A moment to look deeper, not to judge yourself, but to realign. Sometimes when I hear something that hurts, I ask, why did this hurt? Is it true, or does it trigger something deeper? Is it about me or about their own reflection? You see, criticism has layers. Some of it is projection, some of it is precision, and some of it's prophecy. Prophecy, it reveals who you're becoming, because people only criticize things that are visible. No one throws rocks at an invisible house. I used to think confidence came from being praised, from applause, from validation. But now I know it comes from clarity. Clarity of purpose, clarity of vision, clarity of self. You can hear 100 compliments, but one cruel comment will echo louder unless you're rooted. I need to learn how to build those deeper roots. I need to learn how to get feedback and not go crazy about it. You know, maybe ask stuff like, does this align with my goals? Does this make me better? Or does this pull me away from who I'm becoming? All that feedback I get. You know, and if it's just noise, I let it pass like a breeze through the trees. Because I've wasted too many hours holding on to someone else's opinion. And I got to learn to be done renting out space in my head to critics who don't pay, with love and good feedback. You know, I like the good feedback. The bad feedback can go away. So here's your takeaway. Next time someone doubts you, next time you get that look, that comment, that cold silence, don't shrink. Let it be fuel. Fuel for your growth. Fuel for your vision. Fuel for your next breakthrough. You are not here to please everyone. You're not here to be perfect. You are here to be real. Let criticism teach you, but don't let it define you. You've got work to do, a path to walk. And guess what? The loudest critics are usually the quietest creators. So keep moving, keep building, keep showing up. Turn every you can't into a watch me. Turn every why bother into that's why. Because at the end of the day, confidence doesn't come from applause. It comes from knowing who you are, even when no one claps. Let criticism sharpen you, not stop you. Let it be your fuel, not your fire. Now we get into Welcome to Crow's Corner, the part of the show where I speak from the heart, even when it's not easy, especially when it's not easy. This past week didn't go the way I planned. I went to the Tacoma Pride Festival with the best of intentions. Mic in hand. Well, I didn't have a mic. Our smartphone in hand. Ready to connect, to celebrate, to do something new. I had this man on the street idea ready to go, but once I got there, I froze. I mean, truly froze. I got overwhelmed. People were smiling, laughing, open. Everything I hoped for. And still, I couldn't bring myself to start. I left feeling like I failed. And if I'm honest, that feeling's been sitting on my shoulders for a while now. Things at home have been tense lately, not broken, not crumbling, but full of friction. My wife and I love each other deeply, but we've been having a lot of disagreements over little things, over big things, over miscommunication, and it's left me walking away from a lot of conversations feeling like I wasn't heard, like my voice didn't quite land. And it gets that way with my mother too, and my brother. It's just everybody. I could talk and they just kind of be like, whatever. And then on top of that, I've been feeling used in other areas of life. Like I'm constantly adjusting, stepping up, showing up, and the energy isn't always coming back my way. And that adds up and it starts to chip away at your sense of worth. I've been in counseling, trying to work through some of this, but even that hasn't gone as I hoped. I don't feel a connection with my current counselor. I don't feel, well, instead of progress, I've mostly felt stuck. So I'm thinking, and I'm probably in the next few days going to call, trying to find a new counselor, someone I can actually talk to. Because getting help doesn't mean settling for the first attempt. It means continuing until you find what actually helps. And yet, even through all of that, there's light ahead. I've got a meeting lined up with LASA, Living Access Support Alliance. The week of July 21st, we're going to sit down and talk about partnering together, finding ways talk radio can help support the incredible work they do around housing, homelessness prevention, and community empowerment. That gives me something to look forward to, something real, something positive. I'm sharing this today not to unload, but to remind anyone listening. You are not the only one struggling to feel seen. You are not the only one searching for steady ground. Let's take a deep breath together. And let's remember, progress doesn't always look like a breakthrough. Sometimes it looks like showing up, like trying again, like refusing to stay down. I didn't do the interviews at Lake Tacoma Pride Festival, but I showed up. We've been having disagreements, me and my wife, but our love is still strong. I feel used at times, but I'm learning how to set boundaries. Slowly, but I'm learning. My counselor didn't work out, but I'm not giving up on healing. And I've got that meeting on the horizon, a reminder that purpose still calls. This is Coach Corner, and today, motivation looks like honesty. I'll see you next week. And until then, be kind to yourself, even when you feel like you don't deserve it. Well, especially then. This is Crow signing off. Alright, now we're going to do a little motivational rap. You've got a choice every Monday. Let the noise derail you or let it refine you. Because the truth is, most of that noise is just a test to see if you'll keep going. You're not here by accident. You didn't wake up today just to coast. You've been through too much. You've survived too much. And you've grown through what others would have folded under. So repeat after me. And say it like you mean it. I will listen, but I will not lose myself. I will grow, but I will not shrink to fit. I will keep going because I am not done yet. You are allowed to be a work in progress and a force of nature at the same time. You are allowed to be healing and still showing up strong. You are allowed to take space, speak with fire, and still be learning as you go. This week, take every side eye, every dismissive comment, every little failure, and don't just shake it off. Use it. Turn it into momentum. Turn it into proof. Proof that you're not backing down. not giving in, not letting someone else's limits become your blueprint. You were not built to blend in. You were not built to break. You were built to rise again and again and again. So whatever you're walking through, whatever you're walking into this week, walk in with your head high, with purpose in your step and fire in your chest. Not because everything's perfect, but because you've decided you're worth the effort anyway. Let them doubt you. Let them talk. You're not here to be liked. You're here to live out loud. And that starts today. This is Talk Radio. And this was your Motivational Monday. Now, the closing. Because just like that, we wrap up another Motivational Monday. Thank you for letting me be a small part of your big week. If something you heard today moved you, share it with a friend. Tag someone who needs a lift. Or better yet, be the lift. And hey, I'll be honest with you. Every week I get behind this microphone, I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to me as well. These words, I need them just as much. I'm still working through fears, anxieties, doubts, and I'm learning to take my own advice. One step at a time, but I'm learning to take my own advice. This show isn't perfect. I'm not perfect, but that's okay, because growth is messy, and progress isn't always pretty. So here's my ask of you. If this show resonates, share it. Post the video. Drop a comment. Text it to a friend. Help me keep growing this movement by helping someone else grow through it. Your support means more than you know, and it helps keep this microphone on and this mission going. Let's stumble, rise, and get braver together. I'm Jonathan Riley, and this is Talk Radio. So stay kind, stay focused, and stay proud of the person you're becoming. Until next time, Lakewood, take care of each other.